Big week in Wolfeboro. It's February 10th. We had a big week last week. A lot of different events that went on here in town. Deliberative session happened on the 4th. It was Tuesday night, town hall. 38 different warrant articles were presented by the town moderator, and the citizens had opportunities to ask questions, to engage the board, different boards, budget committee, board of selectmen on the different particular each individual warrant article. And it's also the town people's one opportunity to one, not only ask questions, but two, make changes to the articles. And some things actually did get changed around for the first time in a fair amount of time that I've seen, where I've sat on a board. And it was early on, right off the bat, with the general government and the overall operating budget. Contentious line item for some in the audience was the town had proposed. We've been in search of a town engineer for a very long time in Wolfeboro, probably 3 or 4 years since I was on the board. Dave Ford, who was the public works director, not only served as public works director while he was here in Wolfeboro as an employee, but also was the engineer for the town of Wolfeboro and oversaw a vast array of projects in his time serving the town. When he left, that void also not only was the public works position open, but his position as an engineer was open. So for a while, the town's been searching for an engineer, and according to town government, they've been unable to find anyone to either apply or that was qualified enough to potentially hold that position. So at some point in the last 6 months to a year, it was decided that maybe by the board of selectmen and by the town manager that maybe we could use the funds or look at having an assistant town manager. So over the last couple weeks since the first, Casey Carpenter, who is the finance director, who is retiring this year, was put into a position of acting assistant town manager. And what that did was enable her to kind of help the town in a sense by a new finance person to come in and bring her up to speed on the finance side and fill this new position. Well, it was not received well by the people in the audience, and I think there was an overall tone of cutting going on at this deliberative session. I think people are really scrutinizing the budget a lot more closely over the last 2 years. As you know, last year the voters voted in March to put the town of Wolfeboro in a default budget, which means that basically the funds that are available default to the previous year's budget. And I think in a large, the sense that I got, having sat there, and I only stayed for an hour and a half, and then the meeting went on from 7 o'clock till I think they adjourned at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So it was a very long deliberative session into the wee hours of the morning. But the overall tone that I got was a tone of people were skeptical of what they were being told, and I believe there's a real angst to push for cuts. And so you saw Bobby Boudman from Wolfeboro here got up and proposed to cut that position, which was the position of an assistant town manager, and it was voted by secret ballot, and the vote came out that there will not be that position's basically being removed from the budget for this coming year. So if the board of selectmen and the town managers and the not town managers but the town manager wants to keep that position, they're going to need to find it somewhere else in the budget, basically, in order to keep that for the rest of the year. I think voters just had I think with the way taxes have been and the increases and inflation that we have right now. I mean, you go to the grocery store, it's $7.99 for a dozen eggs here in Wolfeboro. It's prices are starting to hit home, and people's taxes have been creeping up over the years, and it's there's that reaction that enough is enough. So you saw that. If you get a chance to watch it, 38 different warrant articles, a lot of the normal ones with roads and other items like that. You could actually, with a lot of road discussion going on about the roads and how the roads are not only cared for, but when we put about $800,000 a year into a capital reserve fund that, with the coordination with the public works director, we're able to have a road allocation every single year that looks at the worst roads, and they get out there and they fix parts of those roads. That was kind of scrutinized too. I mean, people had questions about, how it's done. Does it go out to contract? Why isn't more work going out to contract here in town? And some of those questions were answered by the public works director. And a lot of new pavement jobs and a lot of reconstruction jobs do go out to bid every year. So those questions were answered. But I think people were skeptical once again. And you fast forward all the way through to the end of the night. There is a warrant article again to dissolve the police commission, which came up last year, and it was pretty soundly defeated last year. But it has come up again, and I will be covering that topic as we move closer to March election time. I'll be covering that in a future episode. We're lucky we're going to have some guests in the next couple weeks. Brody DeShays, school board representative, school board member, has asked to come on and talk about the issues that are before the district and are before the voters for March. So I think Brody will be on in the next few weeks. Wolfeboro as well just had a committee formed to look at the ambulance service here in Wolfeboro. Stewart's Ambulance has provided ambulance service here to the town of Wolfeboro for many, many years. And I've covered this before, but basically they're looking to get out of the ambulance business in the town of Wolfeboro, and the town's been working with them to kind of transition to an ambulance-based service that is town-owned and run by the Wolfeboro Fire Rescue Department. So a committee was formed over the last year, and they really delved into what exactly it's going to take, how much it's going to cost. So we're going to have the fire chief, Tom Zotti, and a couple members of the committee that was formed here to answer questions and talk about what it looks like for a potential ambulance service here in Wolfeboro. That'll also be coming on the warrant this March. So stay tuned for those episodes. Those are going to be important ones. There was a selectmen's meeting. It was shorter because it was right after the 1 a.m. Evening, and that was February 5th. It was Wednesday night. And one of the topics that they covered was the water and sewer rates here in town. So it's they had a presentation by Underwood Engineers who came in and kind of recapped, where we're looking at for future rates when it comes to water and sewer. And there was some heated discussion. And Tim, we have a clip here that we're going to show you. So we'll show you the clip. It's Selectman DeShays talking about what he wants going forward when it comes to how we look at the water fund and how we look at the tax. So we're going to play the clip and we'll come back and throw a little discussion at this.
About? Is that what you're looking at, and you want to change that? I'm asking you a question.
What I would love to see is a projection of what our rates would have to do in the next 5, 6, whatever number of years you want to get the sewer to be up to the 82% of the water. I would love to see that projection. I know it's going to be painful as hell. People are going to see the rates jumping like crazy, but I would like to just see it so I know. Then can you go to 18?
All right, I'll put that on the agenda, that you want to talk about raising the sewer.
Nope. No, don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say raising. No.
Brian,
I want to see.
Brian,
nope.
Wait. I
want to see.
Brian, I will reword it. Don't get into an argument. I'm trying to get what you want.
Well, just ask and I'll explain it.
I was using what I was asking you whether you want me to put this on the agenda, and you went off at me. So I am trying to get the wording you want to talk about on the agenda.
Correct. I would like to see what a projection would look like. This is theoretical only, of what we would have to do for a rate structure to get the sewer to be equivalent to the water rate. That's all I want to say, and that's the way I want to say it.
Okay.
I do love this stuff. Some parts are very comical, but what we're talking about here, what you need to know is that basically when it comes on, so we have town water and town sewer here in town. That the sewer serves roughly 700 customers. Water is more than that. But basically, the water fund here in town is funded at 82%, which is by users, okay? And if you remove the hydrants, which are also calculated into that, it's basically funded at 100%, okay, by the users, okay? When it comes to sewer, what Brian's talking about is that it's funded at 60%, basically, of the users, okay? So there's, by general taxation and by the general public is also funding a portion of the sewer. So even if you're not on sewer here in town, there's a part of your funds are coming out of that. Now that's for infrastructure that was built out over the last, since sewer's been around, and major projects that have happened in the last 20, 30, 40 years. So that's how it's calculated. But what Brian's talking about is how you could bring that 60% number of what sewer is currently funded at by user fees up to the 82%. So right now we're seeing about a 2% increase in water and sewer rates per year to cover the cost of those things. And what Brian was asking for basically was to have that number, to actually show the number, what it would cost if we brought it to that 82%. And it would be substantial. And he got a little worked up over that. So, interesting topic. We have a very aging infrastructure in Wolfeboro when it comes to water and sewer. One of the oldest systems, being the oldest summer resort, it's an old system. So, as we the cost associated with repair, upkeep, and maintenance of those things is high. So we just completed the water project from Pickering Corner down to the bridge. That was a pipe from the 1880s, a clay pipe from the 1880s. So, and there's actually older runs in town other than that too. So interesting topic, and they covered a couple other little things at that meeting. It was a short one after the deliberative session, so, but I wanted to highlight that. It was an interesting subject, and I like the discourse too. So, and Paul's reaction getting up halfway through it was funny. So, we have some events coming up here in February. If you didn't get out last weekend, you should have. We finally have a cold winter. We have snow. Great for all kinds of sports, but the ice fishing derby was last weekend. And I happened to end up going to, taking a ride early in the morning up to Colebrook. So I went around the lake, up, and I can't tell you how many little ponds and lakes I passed on the way up there. Absolutely full of people out there ice fishing, enjoying that activity. I got back to town. Allie Lampotter, who's a close friend and he's a fishing fanatic, was out on Cary Beach. Went to pull into the parking lot at Cary Beach. Not only was the parking lot full, but the people were parked on the beach and on the ice, absolutely packed. Went around to Alton. The runway was packed full of planes. Tons of people just out enjoying activities on and around the lake, the frozen lake. So just get out there. There's going to be more activities coming up. We have Empty Bowls fundraising dinner, which is Friday, February 14th from 5 to 7. It's located at the cafeteria here at the Kingswood Regional High School complex. It's open to the public. There will be ticket options to purchase a handcrafted bowl with soup or a bowl to keep, table sponsorship. Your contributions allow Kingswood students to provide weekend food to fellow students in need from grades 7 to 12. It's nights called Nights Against Hunger. It's funded entirely through private donations. That's a great little thing to come help out here at the high school and help kids that are in need on the weekends. So February 15th, 6 p.m., Wolfeboro Progressive Ski Dinner. That's at the Abenaki Ski Area, which is 390 Pine Hill Road. For more information on that, you can go on to the Town of Wolfeboro website and go to the rec desk, which has a lot of activities in and around the Abenaki area and the Pop Wheel and Ice and Art Center. Also, February 15th, Tapestry Postcards from France, which is at the First Congregational Church from 7 to 9. It's presented by Wolfeboro Friends of Music. Sip and Savor, which is a 3-part series cooking series, and Class 2 at the Wolfeboro Inn on February 20th. That is, looks like the whole, it's got a single ticket for Sip and Save. You can do appetizers, entree, or dessert, 30, 40, or 25. The whole 4-course dinner, $90. So that looks pretty good too. I've got some pictures on there. Go to the, all this stuff is on the Wolfeboro Chamber website. Wolfeboro Winter Carnival is Friday, February 21st, 2025 from 10 a.m. on Friday, and that runs through Sunday, March 2nd at 5 p.m. And just some of the events that are going to happen. 21st at 5 p.m. is Big Air and Little Air, and that's at Abenaki Ski Area. They build all kinds of jumps and moguls and all kinds of things so that people can go out there and enjoy it. Saturday the 22nd, Winter Carnival ski races at Abenaki. Puzzle Palooza at the Great Hall. On Sunday, Winter Carnival cross-country ski races at Abenaki. Winter Carnival Bingo at Town Hall on Tuesday. Learn to Curl with Lakes Region Curling is on Wednesday, the 26th. Winter Carnival Game at Town Hall on the 27th. Abenaki After Dark, 21 plus at Abenaki, and that's Friday, February 28th. And then there's going to be an American Legion skate party at the Pop Whalen sometime that week. Is going to be determined. So check out the Wolfeboro Chamber website for more information. And those are the events in and around Wolfeboro in February. So get out there, enjoy the snow. It's freezing cold anyways. Might as well enjoy it. So from here at WCTV 25, we've enjoyed seeing you, and we're going to be back on next week with hopefully a guest sitting next to me and a new background. But thanks. Have a good day.